Today we're going to paint a mini for this base. If you want to see how that was made, click here. We're also doing the giveaways, so stay around to the end and let's get into it. I had loads of suggestions from you guys on what I should put on the base, going from orcs, goblins, Tau, astronauts. But what we decided on was an old mini which I painted when I first started painting, and we're going to ruin it. We're going to completely repaint this mini, and that mini is Bayard's Revenge. First things first, let's completely go over the old paint job I did. This was it, with deep sea blue. It wasn't a terrible paint job. I think it was about my first paint job within a month of painting. It was alright. But yeah, we're going to try non-metallic metal. Now I'm no expert on non-metallic metal, but I want to be. So this is a learning process. We're just going to keep doing it on pretty much everything that has metal. I found the best way to try and learn non-metallic metal is do it on everything with metal, and don't open metallic paints. Throw them in a bin, or keep them for a rainy day, but just try and avoid using them at any given moment. It might be hard at the beginning, but bit by bit you'll pick it up. So after the base of deep sea blue, we're going in with a light grey, and we're going halfway down that colour, so this is our mid-tone. I'm doing this process on every single bit of the Marine's armour, basically. We're only going halfway down. We're leaving a bit of that deep sea blue still in the darkest areas. This will give it a very real metallic look. After that, we're going in with some ivory mixed in with some white on the top half. So if you look at that, we're going with deep sea blue as a base, mid-tone as the light grey, and then the white as the highlights, and we're just blending these in with a glaze consistency almost. I find the best way to go between these colours is by mixing 50-50 of the previous paint. So if you're working from the dark sea blue to the light grey, mix 50-50 of both colours and then start blending it in with a little bit of water. It doesn't have to be quite a glaze, it can be a heavy glaze, but this will make the colours blend and transition smoothly, and it will give you that metallic look as well. So do that between every colour, every highlight and every dark. When I started this project, I didn't really think about the colours of the helmet and the cloak, but I thought the green would be really cool. It would play off the orc, and he might be a orc slaying space marine. I don't know, but I thought it was cool. It looked nice. And the orange eyes, I wanted to do it red, but I don't know, changed my mind in the end. Now onto the lantern. We wanted to do a bit of OSL onto the cloak. So on the previous model, when I did my last paint job, I only did the OSL onto the cloak, but really the light's gonna bounce off his leg as well, and his knee pad and anything else around it. So that's what we tried to do and create there. Finishing the left shoulder pad now, doing a little bit of text on the scroll, what it looks like, at least on the shoulder. Quite happy with how that turned out, and then just transitioning onto the leather. I wanted to give it a bit of a worn leather look. Now I'm going to make the power sword by using the airbrush, but we're using turquoise and then mixing in white into that turquoise to create the highlights. On one side I'm doing it on the tip and the base, and then on the other side I'm doing it bang in the middle, throw that how the light would bounce around. Using some golden yellow for the middle so it sinks into the text, so then later on I can go over on the raised bit with some black, and it will leave the yellow text behind. Edge highlighting everything. I do mean everything. On the blade, on the armour, but for now we're just going to do it on the blade, so we can still touch up the armour a bit later on. So I got to this point and I forgot I haven't done the backpack yet, so we did some really quick non-metallic metal on that, and for how quick it was, it probably turned out better than most of the armour. Now I don't really paint orcs, so this was kind of a new thing for me, but it was a nice change, and I think it's come out well, and see what you think. Now the orc was half painted from the last paint job. I actually never got around to finishing him, so I thought I'd use it as a base. There's no point in painting over it to do the exact same thing, so I didn't get that on video. But with auric flesh, the paint from the Citadel, we're just going to go around and highlight all the raised areas, which we can later blend into the base tone, which is a Lorraine forest from Citadel. Now that we've painted all the raised areas, we're going to start mixing in 50-50 mix with a little bit of water of the auric flesh and the Lorraine base. Using the 50-50 mix we just made, we're going to start painting between the highlight and the base colour, and it's going to start making the flesh come to life and make it look less blotchy. You know, you can see the highlight and the base really obviously before. Now we're going to mix this in. It's a little bit let down with water, so it's not, you're not painting the colour on, you're just blending it nicely between. I'm not entering this into any competition, so the trousers are going to be just red with a little bit of highlight. Not going to waste too much time on it, you're not going to be able to see it. Creating the same kind of scratched leather like we did on the marine, we're just going to stipple on some more fang brown. And again, doing the metallic metal on pretty much all the metal for this guy. Just focusing more on the side that you're going to see from the diorama, as the other side's going to be blocked off by the two big rocks, so I'm not going to waste too much time on that either. It doesn't matter if you're painting for yourself, you only really need to think about every angle if you're going into a competition, and this is just going to sit happily in my room. So, using some magenta for the lips, and then we're going to go back over it to dull it down a bit because it did look a bit like lipstick. Creating the same kind of scratched metal look like I did on the squig video, which I'll link now. We're going to do that on all the claws, and then this guy's almost finished. Taking a moment to look at the final result, and then making any adjustments. Mainly edge highlighting all the metal so it stands out to the eye, and then this guy's pretty much bare. And then just adding some blood, and yes, orc blood is dark red. Using an airbrush, we're just going to splat the blood everywhere. Not too much, don't want to drown it, but just enough. And I'm going to add the base colour in the next video, but for now, let's see what the final result looks like. The next video is going to be the last one of this 3-part series. We're going to be putting the mini on the base, attach it together, sculpt mould it, maybe some green stuff world stuff, some milliput, and then we're going to paint it, and then maybe add some little more scenery bits on the base. And I've got a little surprise which I think you're going to like, so make sure you stick around. Now then, on the last video all you have to do is like and subscribe to be entered. So number generator, number 52 is the winner, as we got 102 likes on the last video, and the winner is Daniel Essel. So if you can message me on Instagram, I will get these miniatures posted over to you. Subscribe, like, I've got so many ideas for this year. You're going to want to see. Some of them are stupid, some of them are funny. Subscribe, like, share with friends, Discord, Instagram. Follow my Instagram, which is linked here. If you want to know where I bought any of the gear, the paints, it's all in the description. I've linked everything I've used in this video, including the Mini if you want to buy it online, if they're still online. Thank you for watching, everyone. Let me know what you want to see. I've got loads of things ready. Tell me what you thought. Drop it in the comments. I respond to every comment. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next one.